All right. Good evening, everyone. I can see Jumala. Who's Oppo? What is your name? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Dija.
You're Dija. Okay. Who's Vivo? Vivo, can you on your video? All right. Let's begin. So I think Dija, I haven't seen you for the previous classes. Are you new to this class? You're on mute. I can't hear you. First class. First class. I think you all are from YMM itself, right? Dija, you're from YMM?
YMM, Malayalam.
So last day we had a speaking session. Today I'm going to cover a small portion of grammar. Is, am, are, was, were, because last day when you all spoke, I found out many were making mistakes they had the confusion with is and was, where to use is and where to use was. So based on that, I decided to take that portion, and also we'll be doing the small grammar portion as well as a few other things. So I think let me proceed to the grammar portion and share my screen. The screen. Yeah. Can you see my screen? All of you, please mute. Okay, Ranjini, I'll mute you from here. Okay. So today we'll be looking into is, am, are, was, and were. So many of you have a doubt as to when to use is, am, are, and when to use was and were. So let me tell you, when we are talking about the present, we use is, am, and are, and when we are talking about the past only, we use was and were. All right. So it changes with pronouns. Namukku oro pronouns undu. I, he, she, it, you, we, they. All these are called as pronouns. If am ennu parayunna our linking verb is only used with I. നമ്മൾ I കൂട്ടി എന്ത് സെന്റൻസ് പറഞ്ഞാലും we'll only say I am. We never say I is or I are. It's I am. Okay. I am a teacher. I am cooking. I am teaching. You never say I is teaching or I are teaching. That's wrong. I, always with I, the linking word am has to come. Okay, similarly, for singular nouns like he, she, it, this, that, and any singular names, you have to use is. For example, he is driving a car. She is teaching. Dija is a teacher. So when you are using a single name or if it's a singular pronoun, always use is. Okay, who's scribbling on the screen? Oh, how do I change this? Annotate. Undo. Okay, all right. So when we are doing singular nouns, we always use is. Remind yourself, this and that is singular. This, plural of this is these, and plural of that is those. Okay, so when I say this is my pen, that's singular. You're talking about one pen. So this is my pen. When you're talking about plural, when you have more than one pen, it's pens, right? So how do you say these are my pens? All right. So that's the difference. Always keep in mind, for I, you always use am. For singular nouns, you always use is. And for plural nouns, you always use are. We are aware of this, but sometimes when we speak, we make mistakes. These are actually portions grammar that are taught in primary classes itself. But because we're not used to talking in English, sometimes we make slip from our tongue, and sometimes we mix up with is and was and were and all that. So this is just to refresh your memory on certain grammar portions. All right. So next is was and were. When it comes to was and were, we use was and were for past. Okay, so when we are talking about things that we did yesterday or things that we did in the morning or last month or last year, any moment before now, when you're talking about the past, you have to use was or were. So if you are studying today or if you are teaching today, you will say I am teaching now. If you're talking about yesterday, I was teaching yesterday. Okay, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ I was watching a movie yesterday. If you're watching a movie now, how will you say I am watching a movie now? Okay, similarly, if you're using the pronoun he, if you're doing something now, how will you say it? You will say he is watching TV now. If it's in the past, how will you say it? He was watching a movie yesterday. All right. Please mute everyone. Okay. Okay, when it is plural, if suppose you have children and they are watching a movie right now, how will you say the children are watching a movie now? Because it is plural, children is plural. If they watching a movie yesterday, how will you say they were watching a movie yesterday? So when you're talking about the past, you use was and were. Was is for singular. Even I is included in this category. For is, am, are, you had to divide it into three categories. But for the past, I comes with the singular category itself. So I was, he was, she was, that's how it comes. And when you're talking about the past and you're talking about plural, if there are more than one people, more than one person, you will say it as were. They were watching TV. The children were watching TV last day. Okay, so that's how it comes. So we'll just do a small exercise. Before that, I'll just show you this PDF where you have positive, negatives, and questions. So negative is a sentence where you add no or not. And in the question form never begins with a pronoun. Okay, so for the positive sentence, I am late. When you're writing it in the negative, it will become I am not late. Okay, I am, you can short form, you can say it as I'm not late. And in the question form, you have to interchange the pronoun and the linking verb. I am and all other, it will become am I late? Okay, so that's how you frame a positive sentence, a negative sentence, and an interrogative sentence. So when you're looking into he, when you're looking into the singular pronouns, it will be he is late, he is not late, is he late? You're asking a question. When you're asking a question, either questions will begin with WH words like what, which, where. Otherwise, it will begin with linking verbs like is, am, are, was, were. Remember, a question never begins with a pronoun or a noun. All right, so he, she, you, we, they, all these are called as pronouns. A question never begins with a pronoun. So, is he late is the correct way to form a question. So, I'll send these notes because these are quite simple. So, I'm not reading each and every line. I just want you to know the basic. This is just to refresh your memory because you all are teachers. You might be knowing all of these. So, we'll just go quickly. All right. And next is the plural, like you, we, they. For this, you have to add are. So in the positive, it's like you are late. Negative becomes you are not late. And in the integrative form, a question form, it becomes are you late? So always remember when you're asking a question, the first two, that is the pronoun, that is you, and the linking verb, that is are, gets interchanged. Are comes first. Are you late? Question mark. That's how you ask a question. All right. So I just, this is a small exercise because I just need to know whether you've understood the difference between is, am, and are. So you should fill this with is, am, and are. Okay. I'll just ask one of you to tell me the answers. It's quite simple. Jumaila, can you hear me? Jumaila, am I not audible? Okay, Jumaila, I can't. Okay, Dija, can you hear me? Yes. Can you please tell me the answers one by one quickly? Dija, can you hear me? Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Can you tell me the answers? Is it is or am or are in the first sentence? Melanie?
Melanie is happy.
Yes, Melanie is happy to see us because it's the name of one person. That's why is. Second one. Don't mute, keep it in unmute itself unless it's over, because then otherwise it will be difficult for you. What's the second one?
We are
We
time
are
for
on time for once. You're right. The third one.
the dog is.
Yes, the dog is in the backyard. Fourth one.
You are.
You are with your cousin Tom. Fifth one.
They are. They are.
Yes, they are impatient to enter the room. Sixth one.
He is the next in.
Is next in line. Seventh.
My parents are in.
Yes,
In the
my
living.
parents are in the living room. Eighth one.
Is you upstairs?
No, with you always are will come. Are you upstairs? You is actually considered plural in English. In Malayalam, you're a Keralite, right?
Malayalam subject.
Yes, yes. So നീ നിങ്ങൾ എന്ന് നമ്മൾ പറയില്ലേ, അതിനെല്ലാം ഒറ്റ വാക്കുള്ളൂ you. So you is actually considered plural in English. Okay. So are you upstairs? Ninth.
We are ready.
Ready. Okay, good. Now we'll just do because I need to do something that will help you in school. So we're going to do an exercise where everyone can actively participate. I'm not going to call any names. So we are going to, like, for example, we'll start with names. When we see our students or when the principal asks us our names, we can ask our names in many different ways in English, right? So what are the different ways that you can ask a person their name? You can tell one by one. So the easiest and the most common one is, what is your name? Okay, when we see a student that is new, when we have a new student in a class or a new staff or a new teacher, we'll ask their name, right? So one way of asking the name is, what is your name? That's a common way. In short form, we can ask, what's your name? Okay, what is another way of asking a name in English? What's a polite way of asking a name?
Please introduce yourself.
Yes, very good. Please introduce yourself. Comes, we tell them this way. Please introduce yourself. Okay, thank you, Rajni. Anyone else? Do you have any ideas of how you can ask names?
Yes.
What's a
Yes,
polite way? Yes, tell me.
May I know your name, please?
Yes, very good. May I know your name? Usually, we don't ask this to students. We ask this to our peer stars, teachers or principal. If you don't know, we'll ask it. May is the way of telling politely. May I know your name, please? Good. Next. You can say, can you please tell me your name? Right. So these are all different ways. Suppose the student has a very difficult name to pronounce. So you're asking their pet name. So how will you tell that? How will you ask them their pet name? So if it's a difficult name, like my name is Sabrina. So my teachers often ask me like this, what do they call, what do your, instead of they, you can ask, what do your parents call you at home? It's similar to asking, what is your pet name? Okay, so what do your parents call you at home? What is your pet name? These are different ways of asking your other name. Okay, so these are the ways how you can ask names. What is your name? What's your name? Please introduce yourself. May I know your name, please? Can you please tell me your name? What do your parents call you at home? What is your pet name? Okay, so these are different. There are many other ways itself. So this is what comes into my mind first. Next, when you're talking about homework, how will you ask the children to show their homework?
Please show me your homework.
Yes, good. Please show me your.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yeah.
pardon. I can't hear.
Can't hear? Yes, I was telling about homework. How will you ask the children to show their homework? What are the different ways that you can? Please show me your homework is one way. Another way.
Have you completed your homework? Please show.
Yes. Have you completed your homework?
Completed your homework?
Completed your homework? No, I think more appropriate is have you completed? We are asking a question, right? So have you completed
Okay,
your
thank you.
homework? Should come.
Okay.
So sometimes you don't, for students, you don't have to use the word please. You can just say, show me your homework. You can say, open your books. Open your books and show me your homework. Okay, this is another way. Then come on, think.
Could you please show the homework?
No, you're talking to students, right? So could you please, we won't say like that. It's like we are the ones who have the authority. So we don't have to be too polite when we are asking about homework. It's like open your books, show me your homework. Okay, Alingi, I want to see your homework. I want to see the homeworks done by everyone. Okay. So these are the different ways that you can ask for homeworks. Then, suppose you started teaching a new chapter and you're telling the children to open your books. Okay, so how would you say open your book? What are the ways that you can say this? Open your textbooks, open your books.
Please open your books.
Yes, please open your books. You can say it's time to open your books. Maybe you usually don't start a class by opening the books and reading, right? Maybe you'll come to the class, check the homeworks, give an activity, and then only you'll tell them to open the books and read the new chapter. So then you will say, okay, children, it's time to open your books and read. We are going to start a new chapter. That's how you tell it. Okay. Another way of saying is everybody listen up. Please open
Let
your
me
books.
start our class.
Yes.
Or let me start.
Let us start. Let me, Ella, let
Yeah.
us start
Yeah, sorry.
class.
Let us start our class.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Those are the different ways how you say this. All right. Next, suppose if you're not wearing uniforms, how will you communicate this to them? A child did not wear their uniform. So how will you confront that child? You will ask them, no, why? So how will you ask? You'll ask the reasons. So what different ways?
Why?
Sorry?
Why?
Just why?
Why you are not wear uniform?
Okay. Why you are not, it's not like that. Why aren't you wearing
Why
or
aren't you?
uniform? Because it's a question. R will come
Okay.
first and then only the pronoun. Okay. Why aren't you wearing your uniform? Then, when suddenly when we see a child in colored dress, what comes into our mind? It might be their birthday. So we'll ask, is it your birthday today? Right. Then, tell me.
Why are you not in uniform today?
It's your birthday
Sorry, today?
today. Today is your birthday.
Today is your
Today is
birthday.
your birthday.
No, in one
Is-
sentence, there's only one is. Is today your
Is-
birthday?
Is
Is today your birthday? It's the same thing as the previous one. Is it your birthday today? We've just changed the order. Okay.
Why are you not in uniform?
Why are you not in uniform? Good. Why are you not in uniform? Then you can say, what's the reason for not wearing uniform? Maybe you can tell them to write it in their diary or the permission of their parents or their signature. So what's the reason for not wearing uniform today? Okay. Okay, all right. So these are the different ways. Now you can also ask an explanation from the student. Please explain why you're not wearing a uniform. Okay, yeah. So that is also another way. So these are the different ways that you can ask why the children are not in their uniform. All right. So next, we'll say, suppose the children are playing and you want them back in the classroom. So we are telling the students to get back to the classroom. How will we say that?
Please join our classes.
No. See, suppose the children are in the playground. It's recess, break time. The bell has rung. They are not yet in the class. So you are telling them, you want to tell them to come back. How will you tell them in English?
Recess
Please
is
come
over.
back, dears.
Join the class.
Yes. Okay, so you will
Recess is
tell
over.
recess is
Is
over.
over. Please
And-
join the classes. Please
Yes.
join the classes. Yeah, class.
Please come back to your, or please
Class.
back to your classrooms. Okay, all right. Then we'll tell students, get back to your seats. Then Then
Student, attend your classes.
Your playing time is over.
yes.
So please
So
come back to your classroom.
attention, please. When the students are not listening, you will say loudly, attention, please. Your break is over, or else your playing time is over. Yes. All right. Okay. So these are the different ways. Okay, this will be enough. Suppose if you're having a meeting or like a school assembly in school and you're telling the students to go back, then how will you say? Otherwise, if class is over and or if the physical period, the physical education period is over and you're telling the students to go, maybe go back to their classes or go back to their homes. So what you'll say, meeting is dispersed. Okay. So instead of class is over or meeting is over, you will use the word dispersed. Means student can go back either to home or to their classroom. If you're the morning assembly, you will say, okay, meeting is dispersed, go back to your classes. Go back to your classes. If class is over, what you will say? Okay, class is dispersed. We'll see you tomorrow. Class is dispersed, we'll meet tomorrow. Okay, that's how you say it. All right. Or you can simply just say disperse. So disperse is a word that you must use frequently in your classrooms. Now, another thing is, suppose you're asking all the students to introduce themselves and you're asking about their parents. Let's say about their father. So how do you ask about their father's name, their father's profession, what he does? How will you ask this in English? What are the different ways?
What's your father?
What's your father do?
Not what's your father do? What
What's your father?
does your father do? Okay, this is how you should ask. Another way of asking this is what's okay, for students, you can say what is. That's more formal. What is your father's profession? So always remember when you're talking about your father or your mother, see, when you're asking the names, you won't say what is your father name. You have to say what is your father's name? What is your father's profession? All right, that is how you should add an S to it. So what does your father do? What is your father's profession? The same meaning, just different ways on how you can ask it. Okay, so you can ask, then if you're asking about the place which place your father is, you can ask, where is your father? Or where does your father work? Where does your father work? Anything else that you would like to ask related to this topic? Is there any different way? You can also ask, what does your father do for a living? What does your father do for a living? Okay, that's also another way where you can ask. So these are the different ways. So see, suppose you have 20 students in your class, and you're asking all of them to introduce themselves in the first day. So for all the 20 students, if you ask the same questions in the same way, it will be a little bit boring. So you can ask it in different ways. So this is one way where you learn and the students will also learn. Okay, so one same thing, you have to know how to ask it in different ways to make it a little more entertaining. Okay, more creative. So I think we have only just 4 minutes left. I'll be stopping here. We'll continue on Thursday. Okay. So I hope all of you have understood today's class. I'll send the
Yes,
note.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes. You all can.
Thank you, ma'am. Good
Good
night.
night. Good night.
Okay, bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye, ma. Good night.
Night. Bye.